1 year after the original Resident Evil chapter, we started getting teasers for a secondary Resident Evil chapter, going over the name Project W. For Resident Evil fans like me, we instantly knew of one character this would be: Albert Wesker. And ever since his release, he has been relatively dominating the matches. Most of the time, you will just see him. But with the new Alien chapter releasing, how much time will people still play Wesker over Alien? But before we get inside Wesker's time in DBD, we need to go over his time in Resident Evil. Starting off in Resident Evil 1, he was the captain of the STARS members, but secretly, he was a traitor, always working with Umbrella, and at the very end, he was killed by the Tyrant. But he was no ordinary human. He was a test subject by Umbrella testing a new virus, which only awoken after his death. After his death, he became a superhuman with superhuman strength, superhuman speed, and durability, which we get to see a full display on in Code Veronica and Resident Evil 5. In Resident Evil 5, Wesker created Ouroboros, which was a tentacle type of thing who would infect things, and if they were not worthy, kill them. This would kill off 99% of the population, only leaving a handful of humans remaining. But we got very lucky because Christian Sheva killed Wesker before he can unleash the full acts of his plan. But even with Wesker's death, his presence still lived on. In Resident Evil 5, they mentioned him several times and had his son inside the game. It was only until Resident Evil 7 Biohazard that they completely went over Wesker and started with a new era. And this leads us to the end of Wesker's time in Resident Evil. Depending on who you ask, Wesker's time in DBD could be the absolute peak of what has been in such a long time, or you can ask this other people who have problems with Wesker and really think he doesn't fit Dead by Daylight's theme at all. Honestly, I'm with the majority of people loving Wesker and having an absolute blast that he's here. But taking a look at the negative side, people saying that he doesn't fit in the DBD even though we still have Trickster. People saying that his hits are kind of BS, even though Huntress has the same kind of issues. And latency, you can't really fix hits when it comes to that. Overall, I think there are some things they could kind of tweak for Wesker's power, but I think he's just an absolutely good spot and doesn't really need changing. Whenever we have twins and all those other killers that really need help. But now, let us go into another controversial thing. With Wesker being played quite a lot. Honestly, with the past 3 chapters alone, do you really blame people for going back to Wesker? Like a more fun and easy killer to learn? Unlike the Knight, the Skull Merchant, and even though it hurts my heart, Singularity. Singularity had a cool concept, but just overall boring in my opinion. And Skull Merchant, we don't even need to talk about Skull Merchant. Skull Merchant is something that should be deleted, honestly, and should get full refunds. The Knight, it is a very good concept for Knight though, but the fact that they went like these whole not anti-loops, but the whole like lead the loop or like whole defending strategies with these killers have really left a massive burnout when it comes to those killers. And what do? They fall back to the most funnest recent killer, Wesker, who has several techs that you can learn and several things you can do, all while keeping it simple for newer people. Including, we have the Resident Evil fan base, which there are a lot. And that leads us to the next topic on the Alien. Now, Alien is the very iconic sci-fi killer, unless we are talking about Predator. But when it comes to actually being in space, Alien outbeats Predator in my opinion. Even though I do prefer Predator more. Alien has such a rich history, several movies, several games, one of them being absolutely insane, and I loved every moment of playing that game. And honestly, I'm not the best person to talk about Alien because I haven't even watched any of the movies. I do apologize. I do apologize for you booing me off the screen. I do. I have not seen any of them. But playing Alien Isolation for the first time and being absolutely terrified of the alien was just so good. And what I've seen from the PTB, I think they're doing an absolutely great job with Alien. Except for the chase music. That needs to be tweaked quite a bit. But yeah, the whole flamethrowers, the whole alien being able to go through tunnels, and being able to see humans above ground, it's just so bizarre. Well, you can't actually see the survivors. You see, like, the footsteps stuff. But that's besides the point. Like, Alien in PTB seems so good. And this leads to the final debate on if Alien will overtake Wesker when it comes to the majority of people playing them. And honestly, my short answer, I think we'll see Wesker slightly less, but Alien does have a more skillful gap than Wesker does. And honestly, it might be slightly toned down on how many Weskers see, but in the end of the day, I think we're still going to see a bit of Weskers, but with a little more variety of Alien. Anyways, that's the end of the video. Hope you all enjoyed, and let me know what you guys think. This is the first time for me doing a debate on this type of topic, but considering I really love Wesker, and I've had such an amazing time playing Alien Isolation that it drives fear into my heart whenever I see an alien. I cannot wait for this chapter, honestly. But now this is where I leave it all to you guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. And without further ado, goodbye, everyone.